Check it out. I got the microphone on the hat because it's kind of difficult to figure out where it can go on the shirt, because center chest would be best, but it's not, doesn't work that well. I'm not having the best time thinking. I also have EDM blasting in my ears, so there's that. We're doing 205. We're gonna go for 4 sets. We're looking to do about 90% of our 10 rep max, which I suspect is somewhere around this weight. I'm just kind of guessing, and we're looking for 3 reps in reserve. So if I could do 10 reps, I want to stop at 7. And this is just because I'm doing the 5-week cycle. In the 5-week cycle, it starts out lighter weight and then 3 reps in reserve, and then the next week I do either the same weight with 2 reps in reserve, or I do heavier weight with 3 reps in reserve. Something like that, where it's every week I'm supposed to get stronger in either reps or weight, or both, but I'm natural, so I kind of can only choose one. And that's it. I don't think I have anything on my mind to talk about yet. I need to warm up my brain as well when I'm here talking. Well. I never know if I'm in frame. I know my body's in the frame. So, what do I have to say for myself? Not much. I swear, last night I was thinking of 10 different things I wanted to just kind of vent out, voice out in today's video. And then I forgot it all, of course. That is one thing I was going to mention, is that I actually do think about what I want to talk about in these videos. Kind of like if you're going to catch up with a friend and you think, oh yeah, I want to tell them about this part of my life and this part of my life and this thing happened and all of that. Unfortunately, nothing has been happening. I am extremely bored these days. And it's not like I don't have anything to do. It's just I don't have anything that I want to do or something. Because, if I could list out at least 10 things that I could do that could, last about 1 hour. So if I really, I go home after this, I have a meeting for work, and then after that meeting, I say I'll stand in my leg braces. I'll make some YouTube videos, of course, continue editing the videos for Taiwan. I will reach out to a bunch of friends. I need to go shopping. I can read. I can write. I can call family, friends, whatever. I can cook, organize the house or something. I could leave the house, just go to a coffee shop or a bookstore and just kind of do nothing but be out of the house. I could study for the padded bar, or the LSAT, either one. I could take an online course, like with the MIT courseware, and study bioengineering, basically. I could look at my list of goals and stuff for, just for my life. I have a bucket list, big and small things. So, archery, go to a shooting range. I could just look into maybe going skiing again. I am thinking about doing a powerlifting competition. One of my buddies showed me that there's one at the Arnold. And I was invited to do the bodybuilding show at the Arnold, but I decided not to because I would have had to start training now, basically, for that. And I could do it. Mentally, I am in a better place to kind of start up that type of training again. Because, as you know, for Olympia, I really struggled. And then after Olympia, I really struggled. But now after taking a long enough break, readjusting, resetting my mental health, anchoring myself back to a good weight and everything, I feel like I'm able to go back into that type of dieting again. So that's a possibility, but I already said no to the bodybuilding show just because I think the next one I do would be December 2026. That's the one in South Africa. If that's happening around that time, if for some reason they change it to July, then I probably won't do it. Anyway, that's, I don't know. There's always stuff to do, right? It's just, do I do it? And sometimes it's tough. It's tough to just kind of look at a list of random things and say, I'll do this thing, or at least it is for me. The thing is, my life is really, really good. And I'm not like struggling in any big way. So I've kind of lost that drive to do stuff because I'm so comfortable, if that makes sense. Yeah, anyway, I mean, I just have to be a little bit more motivated and some stuff like that. I can do it. Maybe I will stand today. I haven't done that in a while. I like to do, two birds in one stone, or I say two horses in one saddle. I could stand, call my grandfather or one of my friends or some other family. And then I think I'll do that today. I'll pin that, and then I do need to go shopping. The trick is I set a timer when I'm waiting for a machine. I'm waiting for the flies right now because I don't want to fall for the sunken cost cognitive bias or fallacy where, and this guy's getting off now, but where people, like, let's say you're watching a bad movie and you're halfway through, a lot of people will just continue watching the movie. But for me, I would rather have wasted an hour and save an hour than wasted continuing seeing it through in the hopes of it getting better. And I try to be very, very cognizant of that stuff happening because I don't want to fall into that trap, basically. Respect your time, respect yourself. That's one of the things I tell myself all the time is respect yourself, right? Because when you do something, question which values is that coming from? And does that actually align with the values you perceive yourself to have? So if you say you value health and you're not getting full sleep, you're not dimming the lights before bed, you're not, changing your sheets, right? Like, so some people, they'll do, a 10-hour skincare routine, 20-minute skincare routine, but they won't get good sleep. Change your pillowcase every 2 or 3 days. You know what I mean? You have to think about, if you value health or if you value this thing or that thing, what aspects of your life are you conceding or how do you say, like, just like not fully following through with those values? Think about it. I wanted to just say real quick, something that still bothers me to this day is I saw this clip of some politician dismissing global warming because carbon monoxide is like 1% of the atmosphere. And he was like, we're not going to spend millions of dollars just on 1% of the atmosphere. And I thought that was such a shallow point of view, and how, honestly, we need more engineers and scientists in politics. Because when we have people that dumb making laws and policies for us, I don't know how they got voted in, but they should definitely be dismissed immediately. Get them out of the country. Because the thing is, oxygen is like 10% of the atmosphere. It's not a majority. Nitrogen, there's like much more nitrogen in the atmosphere than there's oxygen. And we breathe oxygen, right? Or you think about iron. When people have an iron deficiency, they bruise easily, they have all these problems, they get lightheaded. What percentage of our body is actually iron? Probably less than 1%, right? So you can't judge something by a percent or absolute value if it's part of a whole in terms of biology or atmosphere, ocean, ecology, whatever it is. And so just remember that. Just remember that everything you see, you should always actively either research it before you believe it, or actively try to argue against it until you either can't, or if you can, understand why it's actually wrong. That's all I wanted to say. I gotta get out of here soon, which is really unfortunate. Okay, so we're back. I swear I feel like I'm not in frame, but I'm pretty sure I am. It's so surprising how I have it set to 16 millimeter, and it's not a full frame sensor, which means it's more like, I think my brother said, I'm just saying what my brother told me. I don't actually know, but he said it's more equivalent to 24 millimeter, and I don't even know what that really means, but maybe someone else does, and it means something to them. Anyway, we're back. I went home and sorry, I gotta pause my music. I went home. I had my oven looked at for the gas stuff, and it seems to be the actual oven itself, because the gas line, they just inspected it. Looks good. They told me all the details I need to know about it and what I need to look for and all that. So now, maybe today I'll go hunt for a new oven range stove thing, whatever. Whatever. I mean, I'm glad that I don't really have work, so that helps, make it more, I guess, feasible to do this. And then I had a meeting for work because I was primary on call, and now I'm secondary on call, which means I really don't have to do much, but I had to hand off, talk about what happened last week, go through some of the details. And so that went well, and now I'm back. And I also ate some yogurt because I was super, super hungry. And I have a little bit more energy now, so we are ready to go. Just gotta get a good song going.